Hello everyone. Today we have Dr. Aaquil Bunglowala. He is currently working as an associate dean at Narsimha Institute of Management Studies Indore. His educational qualifications include BE, Electronics and Telecommunication, MTech, MBA with System Management along with PhD in Electronics and Telecommunication. He is a person with professional excellence combined with dynamic leadership and compassion. With over 24 years of experience in the industry and academic on various profiles, thank you so much, sir, for giving us your precious time.
Thank you, Karthik. Thank you for pulling me in. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Sir, so you have been a key position at Education Institute throughout your professional career. What are the key factors that keep you connected to the educational sector?
See, Karthik, I started my professional career as a professional in industry. I worked for Wipro Infotech for a couple of years, which is now called Wipro Technologies. And I understood while going through the trainings of Wipro, which is very extensive, I realized that we had to make a lot of presentations also. Although we were get trainees, but we had to make a lot of presentations. I realized that my ability and flair towards making people understand things is good. And when I got my first opportunity to teach, I just switched over without a second thought. So it was a very short stint in Wipro for a couple of years, and then I started teaching. Started teaching in one of the prime institutes. In fact, that was the first private institute of Madhya Pradesh at that point of time. And I stayed there for quite long. I understood the trick of trade, how to work with the generation, because every year you get a new generation, new thought people. So young minds, young ideas, they are totally different from what you think about what your approach is. So it has been a long learning experience, and it's still on.
Okay, sir. Sir, being the Dean of Narsimha Indore, what is your philosophy of leadership?
See, NMIMS particularly is a very defined kind of a structure. So this university operates from Mumbai. Mumbai is the hub. The university is there. So Vice Chancellor would sit there. All the key positions would be there. And they have off campuses all across the country. So here your leadership becomes very easy because you are put in a very clearly defined frame of work. And when I'm at Indore campus, I was earlier at Shirpur campus. At Indore campus, we are a new upcoming campus. It's a buzzing campus as of now, and we're learning and growing. So here, my leadership style has to be a little different from the way I have been working in my earlier associations. I've worked with campuses which are very old, 15, 20 years old. They had well-established systems in place. Here at Indore, we have to learn and modify our approach to everything. So it's more of a friendly, accommodative kind of a leadership approach I have to adopt at this campus. So accommodating all my faculty colleagues, students, looking and understanding the philosophy of the university, my superiors. So it's a kind of accommodative, I would say, leadership approach which we follow here, which I particularly follow here. So with students, I am like a senior student. With faculties, I'm like a little senior faculty. With superiors, I'm like a younger brother or sister taking inputs from a senior. So it's like we are a family. We are a very small, close-knit family. And there is no scope for any kind of differences because we are growing. So leadership is an accommodative approach, I would say.
So, sir, education system in India and foreign country are very different. So, sir, in your experience, what can an inbound student gain from your university?
See, NMIMS has a very strong networking with across the globe universities. I mean, if I just name a few, you'll get a figure of how we are connected. Universities, Ivy League universities like University of Purdue, like Virginia Tech, like Stephens, New Jersey, and many more. So what happens is we are learning. It's a mutual learning process. We have a collaboration with those universities. Our students can go have their masters done there. It's a seamless transition from our campus to that university in US or Australia or even UK. And in the process, there are certain universities where we have certain tie-ups where the professors of those universities would actually be coming down to our campus and taking courses, full courses. So, one, we are learning from those universities. It's a mutual learning process. We are doing collaborative research. We are doing collaborative teaching, where they come here, we go there, learn, we take some courses there. So, I would say in NMIMS, student gets a 360-degree learning in terms of what part of the country, what part of the globe, what is the approach. We have a lot of electives offered. I mean, in our university is a kind of small globe in itself. We connect every part of the world, and every kind of exposure comes to the students directly. So I would say we are learning, and it's a mutual learning process. Indian teaching system, I would say, we talk a lot about UK, US, and foreign educational approaches. But in India also, we have a very strong culture of teaching learning. Although it is a little more tight shelled, there's a curriculum, you have to stick to the curriculum. There are some defined hours of teaching and you have to complete a course. Although that is there, but with the regular updation, getting in contemporary contents, getting connected with foreign universities, and also right now there's a very nice initiative taken by a university in this COVID times. What has happened is distance education has become a need in terms of at least the COVID period. It may go for a couple of more months now, we don't know really. So we realized that MOOCs, the platforms like Coursera, edX, there are many more, are need of the time. So we have our collaborations now with Coursera. We have our collaborations with MOOC platforms like IBM. And through that, we are giving students actually a global exposure in terms of courses. So we have defined a very clear way. So you do a Coursera course, you earn some 20 credits from Coursera or edX or Udemy or IBM, and we give you a degree in honors. So that's a motivation for a student. He goes for those courses, but there is a underlining norm we have put down. You do a course, you earn a certificate, come back to the university, we evaluate, we give you a faculty mentor. So your faculty mentor learns along with you the same course. Furthermore, you have to appear for a university exam and qualify to make sure that you have done that course with the best of your capability. And then you go away from the campus with an honors degree. So this has made learning really complete for the students. They are not restricted to electives we offer. They can take any course from any part of the globe on any MOOC platform. That makes their learning a very versatile kind of learning.
Yeah. So, sir, my next question: how does the curriculum of NMIMS ensure the best practices in the industry?
See, if I tell you, our board of studies, which is the body which decides what curriculum change we need, it meets twice every year. So, and on that board of studies, we have top practitioners from industry. If I talk of computer engineering particularly, we have people from Facebook, we have people from Google, we have people from Microsoft, and Indian industries like TCS. So all these people sit together with top academicians from IITs, and we sit together, put our heads together and discuss on what is the current curriculum, what is the need of the industry, and how should we tweak our components accordingly. Secondly, NMIMS has a very clear structure of visiting faculty. We have to conduct. I'm telling you, Karthikeya, we have to conduct. Means it's a mandate that we have to have 20% teaching done by visiting faculty. And now there again, the definition is preferably the people should be from industry or top institutes. Top institute means institutes which are maybe a pedestal above the NMIMS levels. So when we do this, we can actually get industry consultants, practitioners from the industry. They come to our classroom. They teach our students. They are top practitioners of their area. They are the experts of their area. So when they come with a curriculum which they have curated. They have sit in our board of studies. They have curated the course and they own that course. And then they come to our classroom, deliver to the students. I hope you can understand the way students learn from this way of teaching. So this is how we keep our connect with the industry. Apart from that, one of our courses is curated by TCS. So we call it BTech CSBS, Computer Science and Business Systems. So this course is actually curated by TCS and it was developed by TCS in accordance with, in association with ISI, the Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata. So they have put their heads together, developed a curriculum which is the need of IT industry, because they realize that computer engineers come from everywhere. All universities produce a lot of computer engineers. But when they come to industry, when they actually reach the industry, they are having a lot of limitations in terms of business understanding, how to deal with clients, how to develop deadlines, how to meet deadlines, how to behave professionally, what is being professional as well as ethical. So it is very, say hazily defined term, professionalism. So bridging that gap, we take almost, I would tell you, Kartikeya, we take 5 business communication courses, which has value systems as a component. So we teach them business communication, and I hope you understand, business communication is not communicating well in English. It's much more and beyond that. So they have to know what business communication is, intricacies of business communication, and that's how they learn what is required by the industry. So courses curated by industry, courses tweaked by industry sitting in our board of studies, and courses taught by industry people. So makes our students much more competent for going into the industry and performing.
Sir, any insight into how your university could be more welcoming to the student of different races and economic background?
Sorry, I didn't get your question properly, Kartikeya.
Okay. Sir, any insight how your university could be more welcoming to students of different races and economic background?
Okay. See, our university as such doesn't offer any kind of scholarships. So when we talk of people of various backgrounds, various economic backgrounds, I'm not quite sure about how it is, but yes, the kind of environment we provide, the kind of openness we offer at our campus, and the kind of culturally and geographically mix of students we get in our campus, they all gel very well. The day I joined the institute, I have friends from all parts of the country, extreme east to extreme south, extreme west to north. I mean, I have students from Kashmir. And in this pandemic situation, we are facing a big problem because they are still operating in 2G. And a small unrest in that part of the country and the internet services go down. And those kind of challenges occur. But at campus, this cultural and geographical mix of students makes it a very, very good learning environment for everybody to gel with each other, learn from different cultures and the various backgrounds of educational backgrounds, as well as business or service class or bureaucratic background. All kinds of background of students are there. It's a very, very good mix of students. So they have a mutual learning at a very nice, very, very good level.
Okay, sir. But what do you think should be the university's top priority over next 10 years?
Okay, Karthik, if 10 years would be a too long a duration, because in this, I would say, times where technology is changing at a very high pace. When I started my teaching career, it was told that if you don't read for 10 years, you are obsolete. Now the duration has gone down to as much as 18 months. So if you don't keep yourself updated for 18 months, you are obsolete. Industry doesn't need doesn't need you at all because you are not fit for them. So in fact, we also target ourselves not for 10 years although, but for some horizons like 3 and 5 years. So if I talk of 3 years, I would look towards my university developing in a sense that our campus now has a student strength of something like 700 students. We would look forward to inclusion of few more courses, getting right mix of faculty from all parts of the globe. Already we have faculty from who are qualified from Australia, from US, and various top universities and colleges like IITs and BITS in our campus and XLRIs in our campus. But we look forward to developing ourselves into a genuine conglomerate of faculty with varied backgrounds, and that is one thing. Secondly, we look forward to our campus particularly, which is a very young campus, I would say, into our 4th year now. Maybe by 3 to 5 years from now, we'll have our strong research potential. We want to push our students and faculty already although into research towards doing research, genuine research leading to societal benefits. So that is one area we look forward to. Second area, I would say, my students, they should get an exposure to research and discovery also, apart from faculty. And that research, as I told, towards societal beneficial research. Secondly, anything which is a culturally or a business point from business point of view, a viable research. Or we would like to put our students into that. We believe that we need more of entrepreneurs and less of job seekers. So by the time our students pass out, they should develop that entrepreneurial skill through which they can be a job provider instead of a job seeker. So that is one target we put forward for ourselves and our students. So having a strong incubation for startups, we already have an Atal Incubation Center at Mumbai, and we operate in unison with that at our campus also. We have an incubation cell in our campus. So this is our intention, that our students at a second level, I would say threefold agenda, if I say. First is developing ourselves to research and discovery. Second, developing entrepreneurial skills in our students and making them more of job providers than job seekers. And I am very happy to tell that there are 2 set of students in our campus already. They just passed 3rd year and they have their startup idea ready. We are incubating them, and maybe by the time they pass out through their integrated program in 5th year, 2021, they probably will be having their startup in place. And we will be incubating them in campus even if they pass out. We'll be giving them space, we'll be giving them expertise from our system as well as our industry connect. So that is the second part. And third part, which we realized in this pandemic situation, that we need socially responsible and ethical set of people, citizens in India, who can contribute towards the society. Because making money is one part of it. Being successful financially is one thing. Another thing is, are you really a socially responsible citizen of India? So this is one thing which we have. And looking at that, now we have shifted our focus. We have actually a very strong industry orientation in our syllabus, in our curriculum. The students have to go for TIP, which is a technical internship for 8 weeks, and almost 20 weeks of management internship program. And there are a lot of projects they have to do, which are of social implication. You'll not believe, my first year BTech students have actually done socially viable projects where they have visited places like orphanages, old age homes, and they have done a complete research study, and they have presented a project report which gives solution to the problems which are existent in these places. So at first year level, they have seen those things which will make them more sensitive towards the society, towards the problems existing in the society. So we want to create more socially responsible citizens. We want to create more of research and discovery oriented students. And we want to create more students who are job providers than job seekers. So if I look at a 5 years horizon, I would look forward to this kind of approach where students develop these skills.
But that's really great. Apart from theoretical knowledge, we should also focus on practical knowledge, and that's really great. I agree with you. Sir, anything you would like to tell our audience about your university that they might not know?
See, one thing I already probably told in the very beginning. Say, NMIMS is a centrally governed university. So we operate from Mumbai, and all our campuses are off campuses. So that makes it good in terms that we all are deemed to be university with a history of this many years. We get all expertise from there. All the policies, all the HR policies, recruitment processes, admissions, all is done centrally. That is one. Another thing for which NMIMS is quite famous is its excellent infrastructure. So if you sometime get a chance to visit our campus, Karthik, you'll realize that you are at actually a corporate office. Our campus is actually on the lines of our students going from our campus to a corporate office will never feel any difference in the infrastructure. It will be a seamless transition. So we have an excellent infrastructure. By infrastructure, I don't really mean good quality furniture or good quality rooms or things like that. They are there, definitely there. It's a 5-star campus that way. Apart from that, very good, excellent infrastructure of laboratories, excellent classrooms. We have completely, I would say, state-of-the-art campus in terms of library, in terms of laboratory, smart classrooms, extremely comfortable seating, centrally air-conditioned. So that makes students very comfortable. So they can focus on learning and not the petty issues of my fan is not working or the tube light is not giving sufficient light. So this is one thing which I can vouch for in this part of the country, rather I would say central part of the country, you'll not find such a campus of excellence. Apart from that, we promote extracurricular and co-curricular activities at a very big level. The students can participate, they can organize. So it's a student-driven campus, I would say. All the activities are initiated, curated, developed by students and executed by students. So this is it. We have excellent hostel facility in terms of a home-like hostel, I would say. Everything they get at home, probably they get here. In terms of behavior, food, living, everything. One thing which I vouch for and I call it as a USP of this campus is personal attention. One-to-one individual attention to a student. The student can always bank on us, depend on us. We are their first parent away from home. So we treat them as our child. We treat them the way they are treated at their homes. So this helps us. I mean, because of this, what happens is it becomes a very congenial learning environment for everyone, student as well as faculty, staff, everybody. Apart from that, our courses are of international standards, as I told you. We have industry on our board of studies, academic council. So they curate the courses. Now we are developing one thing which probably is not there in India anywhere. We are working on a flipped classroom approach. So I hope you must have heard about flipped classroom, where teaching is not done in class. Teaching is done through hand-ins. The student gets a hand-in, they read through it, they come to the class, and classroom is only a problem-solving platform. So it is a more of interactive. Students talk more, faculty talks less. It's more of interactive. It's just of problem-solving, doubt-clearing sessions. This is called a flipped classroom approach. And we are learning this. We are formally learning flipped classroom approach also. And then it will come to the students. Apart from that, our electives now, again, this pandemic situation, we have learned, it has made us a little more wise, that electives offered to the students now we'll have a set of electives offered through MOOC platforms. So students will have a big, we are mapping our curriculum with all the MOOC platform curriculums, and we are finding out best solutions to which map to our curriculum. And students, instead of taking a classroom elective, may take a MOOC based elective, evaluated by a faculty, curated by a faculty, supported and guided by a faculty. But that will help them learn courses of contemporary nature from any part of the world. Universities like Harvard and Illinois, they can learn from there. So that will be one thing which they will really have hands-on. Apart from that, our campus offers a lot of activities of technical nature. We're just 3 years old campus, but we have had a very successful students conference, getting participation from all parts of the country. We had 24 hackathon, which was supported directly by TCS. So the problem came from TCS. TCS people were there 24 hours curating and helping students towards developing that problem. So, and they very well appreciated the efforts and the participation of our students. So apart from that, one for faculty, particularly for faculty, our faculty members are having a very good research opportunity. The day my faculty joins, he has to write a 2-page document for a research idea, and he gets a seed fund of 1 lakh rupees immediately, no questions asked. So with that seed fund, he or she can develop a project for getting further funding from funding agencies, a lot of them central government funding agencies, state government funding agencies, international funding agencies, and then they can develop their projects. That automatically motivates them towards research. For students also, there is a very good idea suggested by one of our trustees, and what he suggested was a Chancellor's challenge. It is directly supervised by a Chancellor, sir. And what does it say? The students have to submit their ideas. They have to present it before an expert panel from industry. And if their ideas are well taken, appreciated, and it's not necessary that it is for our students. The students can form team with their friends from other universities also. It's open forum. And that idea, if accepted as a viable solution to any societal problem or a viable solution which can be a business model, they get a funding of as much as 10 lakh rupees from the university. And they can work on that idea, they can develop it. And then there are our incubation cell curates them and makes them entrepreneurs. They can actually start their startups. So that Chancellor Challenge is probably one of the unique ideas this university offers. So apart from regularity of academics, very rigorous academics, well-defined HR policies, these are things which are unique to our campus, to NMIMS, I would say, not necessarily to our campus, NMIMS as a whole.
Sir, I have also visited your campus. It's
great.
Like an corporate office. Sir, I visited your hostel also. Sir, it is very nice.
Right.
So, sir, any suggestion you would like to give to current youth and aspiring students?
See, what I feel is today's youth, today's digital generation youth, they are into many things. They like to do a lot of things. I mean, if I talk of my generation, our focus when we were doing our graduation was doing the graduation. And once we were into our final years, our focus shifted towards to get a job or maybe towards doing a post-graduation. Today's youth does everything. They play, they do socializing, they do a lot of social sighting. Yesterday I was sitting with my son and he was doing some questionnaire on Google. I asked him, what are you doing? Well, there are certain surveys on Google which pay. So if I do a survey and do a right survey, I get some 4-5 rupees per survey. Why do you need this? Well, no, Dad, I don't need money. For that, you are there. But I get my learning out of it. When I do a survey, I get a questionnaire, I answer that. My understanding of things, current contemporary things improve. So that's good. That part of this digital generation, Generation Z is good. But I feel that doing too many things makes you a jack of all, but you are unable to master any one trade. So my suggestion to this generation would be, you do 100 things, but at least in a very focused manner, do 1 or 2 things which will make your career, which will build your career and make you industry ready. So do 100 things, but focus on a couple of things which you think you are good at or you can be good at, and thrive for that. Do make your best effort to learn the insights of that particular trade. That will help you. Being a jack of all may make you a very good social figure, but professionally you will not be very successful. This is my message to the youth. Learn a couple of things, but go deep. Understand intricacies of those things.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Karthikeya. Thank you for having patience and discussing with me, because teachers are like, they talk and talk and talk. So I am also a teacher at heart. So, but I hope I could serve the purpose for which we met.
Yes, sir. It's really great to have a conversation with you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Karthikeya. See you soon.